What's up everyone, Adrian Morrison here, and in this video I want to talk to you a little bit about Instagram stories. Now what is so cool about Instagram stories is they are very personal, and if you've watched the module on the newsgram, the newsfeed shoppable post on Instagram, you'll notice that that is a far more like professional feel. It feels like a shopping experience, and that's why you have to be very, I guess you could say, very, very specific with the type of images that you use. Just posting basic stock images of products isn't really going to cut it, even in stories as well. But the good thing is with stories, you can use some of the features that they have available to personalize it a little bit more, make it feel a bit more native and less like an advertisement, and have some fun with it. So what I want to go over right now is if you have a business profile on Instagram that is connected to Facebook and Shopify, and you've gone through all of that and you can make shoppable posts, you now can leverage that in the stories as well. So right now what I want to do is real quick, I'm going to pull up my phone and let's just pull this up real fast. All right, and let's say that we want to sell this bracelet right here. It's a little $16.97 bracelet, and we've got 3 different variations of images, and we want to post a story trying to convince people to purchase this bracelet. Now, with Instagram shopping, what I have found is that less like advertisement style posts and images work the best, but if you're brand new, you have to work with whatever it is that you have available to you. And especially if you're drop shipping, what you really need to do is try to get your vendors to give you some more personalized images or personalized videos, maybe send you samples of stuff. That way you really can give people a really solid experience through your stories. Now, there are people like Jersey Champs that crush it on Instagram and don't really have a bunch of models wearing their stuff or anything like that. So it's really just understanding what works, testing, and figuring out how to personalize things for your followers. So let's say we want to sell this item right here, this turquoise bracelet, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here to Instagram, and we are going to scroll over here to, or swipe over so we could do a story, and swipe up, and we can post images of this bracelet that we have saved. Okay, so let's say that we want to post this one first right here. Boom. Okay, so we can pull up this image. This is a nice looking image, and really the best way to start this out isn't just to say, hey, this is for sale. It's really to go through and give people a personalized experience. So you might ask people, for example, to come over here and poll. You might do like a quick little poll on this item. So you can move this, and we might just scroll it down more toward the bottom. Not too far down, but more toward the bottom. There we go. And put this little here. And then ask people, would you wear this? Okay. Grab that, boom. And then try to match up the text over here with something that's semi-turquoise. So sometimes you can kind of do that by like doing this. And then you could probably come over here and make the text black and see, there we go, it kind of matches a little bit. All right, so now we have a post here where we are actually, before we try to sell people, we're just trying to get them to engage, right? And very, very important. Engagement is extremely important when it comes to Instagram, okay? So why am I showing you this photo? Well, I'm not gonna try to just sell you out of the gate. I'm gonna try to ask you if it's something you would be interested in, right? So would you wear this, yes or no? You could also even do some people really love this stuff too. You might come over here and put a heart right here, and then over here, believe it or not, you might come over here and put the thumb down emoji, or, the poop emoji, something like that. And people, it kind of makes people laugh, and people really respond well to emojis. And if you really want to make it nice and pretty, you might come over here and use the little method that I showed y'all earlier, where we try to make everything black. And this is just like a little hack that I use to get a black background here, so that this picture really stands out at the bottom. So would you wear this? And you have the little poll underneath here. So now we're asking people a question, right? So this is post number 1. Now we also could come down here and say, vintage turquoise, whatever. This is our new vintage bracelet. Or you could say new release. Once again, come over here, try to match this style of color and make the text black right there. Okay, boom. All right, and I usually will try to make this big and make it come across the, kind of take over the bottom right there, and then we'll just kind of move this around a little bit, and we'll try to make this bracelet a little bit bigger. And now we have a decent looking story right here. And you can play around with this a little bit, and it doesn't always have to be perfectly lined up. Like, people love kind of the, this is a really kind of thrown together collage of stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that. So post number 1 would be, would you wear this right here, this new release? All right. And then you would post that to your story, and then you would come back over here and you would grab the second image of this, and you could now use what is called the shoppable story post, right? So you can come up here, click on the sticker smiley face, and hit product right here. We can type in vintage. It's going to find the bracelet. Now you see it's going to pull up the name, our vintage turquoise bracelet, and it's going to do it as a tag. Now we can change the color of this if we want to. We can do whatever we want to do. So, you can make it different colors if you will. So let's just go to this turquoise blue right here. Done. All right, now we can apply this tag over here to the top, and we can make it real big like this. We could do it across like this. We could even kind of put it like this right here so people can see it. Click on it. And what this is going to do is it's going to open up our website directly from the story. So let's just grab this. I'm going to use my little hack I do for the black background. I wish there was just a way to do it a little bit better, but it's not. Okay, and so we have this right here, and then down here at the bottom, what we'll do is, once again, we'll do this little thing where we can get this black box, and then we'll do some more text, and we'll just say 50% off. Boom. Grab this down here. Kind of go like this. All right. Now what's going to happen is you can just basically have this little box up here, this tag up here, where people can actually make the purchase, and it's subtle, right? So what's going to happen is now when people come, they can say, oh, I love this, right? And they can vote. And then on the next one, it's going to say you can get it for 50% off. They can click on this tag right here. It's going to say see details, boom. It's going to pull it up right here on Instagram, and they can shop right here, go to straight to our website where they can purchase this on Gear Grabber, right? So that is just a very small little experience right there for shopping. You can go so much more in depth than this, and these take time. Like, this promotion isn't just something that's set up in 30 seconds, right? You want to make this stuff look nice, and you want to really put some thought into this, show people some different examples of how they could wear it and how it works. So if we come over here and look at this brand right here, Winky Lux, they're really great at stories. So I love kind of watching what they do for the things that they're selling for their makeup. Now, they actually have models that kind of talk about stuff, but what's really cool here is they're showing their bag, but notice they are using the tag right here where we could see the details on the product, but it's very, very subtle. And on each different story, what they're doing is they're making sure to include the tag. All right, so some companies love using this subtle shop tag, but in all honesty, right now, Instagram isn't in a phase where everybody knows what this means right here, right? This little shopping bag thing. So a lot of people miss it. It's very, very subtle, but this company, as you could see, really enjoys it. But you're also going to have other companies that prefer the swipe up method. Now, in another video, we're going to go over the swipe up method. It gets the biggest click-through rate. It doesn't use the native shopping experience for Instagram, but it gets a way higher click-through rate because it's so much more noticeable. And you'll see like Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Fashion Nova, and the really big brands using swipe up. But when it comes to using stories to build your brand and sell product, you don't just want to say, hey, buy this. You want to give people 2 or 3 slides like you saw Winklux do, where you do a poll or you ask them to use the slider, and before you post the next thing, maybe you look at the results first, right? If you get like a boatload of people say that they don't like it, then just simply don't post it. It's kind of a waste of your time. Or maybe the next day you post it, or maybe you pre-schedule a couple of polls and say, what do you like the best? We'll put it on sale. Whatever's voted the best, we'll give a 20% off coupon for that or whatever. And you poll your users 24 hours in advance. And what's really neat is once you go through the poll, you could literally have like 6 items just like this. All right, vote. Do you love it or hate it? Whichever one gets the highest heart rate, it will give a 50% discount on tomorrow. And what you can do is then you can go and you can do a story, right? Using basically this countdown timer. Hold on. Take like a picture like this. And this is a little hack that I use. I know. I've shown it to you already. But I'll make just like a solid black background like this. Hold on. All right, so I'll make a solid black background using my little method. It's like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to the stickers and I'm going to use what is called the countdown. And the countdown's pretty awesome because people will be able to turn on reminders and share this countdown to their own story. And basically what happens is we're going to say sale starts in, and you can legitimately come in here and say, this is going to start on the 27th, 2019, and you can say it's only going to last between X, X, and X, and X, and X. Or you could say it's going to last all day, right? So you can go ahead and put this countdown timer on here, and then you can go ahead and also say 50% off the highest polled item. All right, so now what we're doing is we're legit just telling people that in one day, we're going to give 50% off the item that they polled the most, the most loved item. So once again, you're engaging your audience, you're building a little bit of a relationship with them, you're building up some urgency. And now when they see your story and they go through this poll right here, if you've posted 4 or 5 different products and ask them to vote, right, which one they like the most, instead of immediately saying go buy this, what you can do is say, okay, in a day and 16 minutes, after this poll ends, we're going to put the most loved item on sale for 50% off for 3 hours. And people can click here and they legitimately can set a reminder and they'll get a notification when the sale begins, right? So this is how Instagram works. It's a very personalized experience when you're using stories, and they give you some really amazing tools to play with when it comes to Instagram stories as well. And of course, you can come in here and you can take a look at all the people that have viewed your story. You can see how many people are actually clicking, how many people are taking action. You can see how many people are setting reminders. We've already had one person view this story. You can see results on the poll. So you can see how many people in here have voted. We've had 3 votes for yes and 1 poop emoji. You can see exactly who voted that they disliked it and who voted that they liked it. So really, it's a fun experience and it makes shopping fun, right? Shopping, it should be fun, right? But we've gotten to a place in this world where shopping is boring. Shopping is a nuisance when you go to malls and you have people hustling you and you can't get help when you need help. And this really makes shopping a fun experience for people. And if you master making it fun and figuring out what types of polls your people like and giving them the option to choose what goes on sale through polls and stuff like that, you really can blow your brand up. And this is exactly the direction that we're going with our brand as well. So we let people choose what they want a discount on, and then we like do a mass sale and a flash sale for a short period of time, and we can get a boatload of sales very, very quickly. It's so cool. And this, once again, this is just the beginning, right? So 75% of the people so far say they love this, right? So it's so fun. It doesn't take a lot of effort, but it does take a little bit of time if you want it to look nice. And the longer, the more you practice this, the better you're going to get at making it look beautiful. And there's also pre-made templates that you can get with like canva.com and stuff like that to really help your stories look more professional. So you don't have to do videos, you can do images, but images require that you do a little bit more of the fun stuff to customize it and personalize it. So that's it for this, and I will see you on the next video.